Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Troy Innovation Garage, located here in Troy, New York. My name is Adrian Libbert with Hudson Infosec. We are here to discuss growing MSPs, small MSPs, and how they are adapting and functioning in this environment. So, if you gentlemen would like to introduce yourselves, your company, and who your market focus tends to be.
Great. Thank you for having me here, Adrian. It's good to be back in Troy. Paul Robinson, founder and CEO of Tempest Network, providing cybersecurity services and solutions to all sizes, all verticals that are out there.
All right. Marvin Smith, founder and CEO of Nexus Cloud Inc. Adrian, thank you for having us. Our focus market right now is pretty much small to medium-sized law firms. We provide full range of solutions, managed services, consulting, things like that.
Okay, great. So, I'm curious, what led you to start your own business and become an MSP specifically? What was the motivation for that?
Yeah, so being in cybersecurity for 15 years, you get to see a lot of things, especially when you're working in corporate. And during the pandemic, started to think to myself, there's no sports or anything live that's on TV, so I had some brain cells to kind of think some things through. And I'm like, there has to be an easier way, a better way to service the community with cybersecurity services and solutions. And I ruminated on that for a couple of years, and in April of 23, I decided to kind of branch out and say, corporate's great, it's served a great purpose for me, but I want to try something on my own. I think I have an interesting idea of how to help people out, and so I took the leap then, and here we are.
So you're based in Rochester, so there's lots of smaller businesses you alluded to earlier. Are there other MSP services in that area? Is that something that's new for those types of businesses that's here? Because it's a university town. Yeah. So I would have thought that maybe there's more of awareness, but.
Yeah, it's a great question. So Western New York is very value-added reseller, systems integrator focus. There are several players that are in the area that have been there forever. And there's a certain business methodology that they follow that's way different than what I'm doing. So it's kind of a new service of being able to have an open ecosystem of services and solutions that they can take advantage of, where, the value-added reseller, systems integrator, it's a line card. And it's like, you got to stick to this line card and stick to the script and not be able to expand out. That's where I differentiate from them.
Gotcha. So you're based in the city?
Yes.
So, first of all, completely different environment, right, to Rochester. It's just more of it. Yeah. Still New Yorkers and still good people. But the question I have for you is, leave me in a corporate environment as well. What made you do your own MSP? Why an MSP? Why not some other aspect of information technology?
Well, it was pretty much jumping back to 2017. Microsoft announced their cloud infrastructure, Azure. When they announced it, I basically said to myself, a lot of companies are going to struggle. They're not going to get the cloud. They're not going to understand how to maneuver into the cloud solutions, things like that. And also, it was just the aspect of, I got tired of the corporate life also. I wanted to get my hands dirty, get my feet wet, and start my own business.
Right. So New York City is lots of different types of business, different size businesses, things like that. So how do you differentiate yourself between some of the bigger players and again, there might be more awareness of MSPs and smaller companies, even to the small doctor's office, lawyer's offices you focus in on. How do you differentiate yourself from the others, the big firms?
So what I feel that gives me the advantage is that I come from the tech side of a top AmLaw 100 firm, global law firm. So lawyers want to know where you come from. So being able to speak that language and let them know the reason why this solution exists is because to address this need. Once you answer their basic questions, they're pretty much...
They're on board.
Yeah, they're on board.
Now, out of curiosity, did you find it easy to speak to smaller businesses about being an MSP or utilizing the services of an MSP as opposed to hiring their own internal IT staff?
Yes and no. I think one of the things is that if a company is looking to hire their own internal staff, they have to look at probably a checklist and say, okay, what solutions we have, who can we find to, plug in those pieces. Being with an the fact that shopping myself as an MSP, I can let them know that I could find that person faster, or I could adopt that solution to meet their needs quicker instead of going through a recruiter. A recruiter gets them 10 people, they interview 10 people, and then those 10 people are not a fit. So, yeah.
Yeah, 3 weeks of interviews and second and thirds and fourths and fifths interviews.